Hello everyone and welcome back to the JP on Comms channel. Today is the day the National League fixture list was released, 9 AM this morning on July the 6th. The National League fixtures for the upcoming season for Maidstone's return to the league were announced, and Maidstone's first game of the season is going to be a very long trip indeed, about 250 miles each way, about 4 hours each way, a trip to Altrincham up to North. Maidstone are going to be travelling up there for our first game of the National League campaign on the 6th of August. So that is going to be at Moss Lane. As I say, it's going to be a very long journey. So do get some efficient planning now. You've got exactly 1 month from when this video is going to be uploaded to get your plans in place. Hopefully, of course, with the state of the UK at the moment, rising fuel costs, train strikes, God knows what else is going to be coming in the next month or so, we will be able to get there quite safely and securely, and hopefully a little bit cheaper than it would cost us at the moment with some of the costs. However, I'm sure the club will be running the supporters coach, so do keep an eye out for posts from the club about that in the build up to that first game of the season. It's usually a week or two in advance when it comes to planning the supporters coach, so again, keep an eye on the club's socials for that. And of course, if you don't know, then do go onto Google and just type in the Maidstone United fan forum. You can find that on the internet and just sign up, register an account on there. It's really easy. You just need an email. Sign up to the fan forum, and quite often you can find fans offering carpools. So that's where you kind of just meet up with other fans and all share the same seats. Well, all share seats in the same car if people have got empty spaces. So again, that helps to just kind of divvy up the costs and make things a little bit cheaper in what's going to be a very expensive travelling season to come. So of course, if you don't want to miss out on those, do of course, as I say, get the prior planning in place. It's a bit of a mouthful, that get your prior planning in place, but again, as I say, do make sure you're set and you know what you're going to be doing, whether that's driving up there, getting the train, or of course sharing a car or getting the supporters coach. You know, there's a lot of different options, so hopefully they are going to be able to work for you. But on now to the first month of the season, we're just going to quickly breeze through the first month, look at the festive fixtures, and then the end of the season. So after Altrincham, we're going to be hosting York City at home, newly promoted York City. Maybe one of the favourites to be at the lower end of the table, so not necessarily a bad game to be picking up earlier on in the season. Altrincham as well actually did finish 14th last season, middle of the pack, didn't end the season in fantastic form, so again, maybe we can take advantage there. Dorking Wanderers, actually we're going to be playing Dorking at home on the 16th of August, my birthday, so hopefully the Stones can give me a little treat for that against our ex-National League South opposition. We're going to be going to Wrexham on the 20th of August, the racecourse ground, so again, another massive trip there. That is actually going to be just over 4 hours as well, 252 miles away from, well, I think that's where I live. I put it in there, but again, a very long trip. So, you know, due planning, make sure you've got yourself figured out. You know where you're going to be, you know how you're going to get there, because you don't want to be missing some of these bigger games with the Stones. After that, on the 27th, we're going to be playing Torquay at home at the Gallagher, and we're going to be playing Aldershot away on the 29th of August. I think that might actually be a Tuesday night. Not entirely sure on that one, but again, you know, make sure you've got this plan ahead. Aldershot, 70 miles away, not too far, so it's not too bad. And then we'll just go to the festive fixtures now. Some decent festive fixtures in here. The last game before Christmas is going to be Dorking away at Meadowbank on December the 13th. So we're going to have a nice couple of week break there actually over the Christmas period, as the next game is going to be Boxing Day. And this year we're not actually going to be playing Bromley, despite being the closest team to us. We're actually going to be playing at National League Dagenham and Redbridge, so a little bit further down the road, only a few miles. Nothing really to worry about there. It seems like we're replacing Dover from last year in the fixture list for the festive period, as Dover did play Dagenham and Bromley ended up playing Southend. So as I say, it looks like we're replacing Dover there. So that is going to be Boxing Day at Dagenham and Redbridge. The Stones are going to be there. Hopefully you're going to be there. I'm going to be there. God willing, of course. But yeah, so on to now the next festive game. And on New Year's Day, we're going to be at the Gallagher versus Dagenham for that return fixture. So again, make sure you're down there, join in with the festivities. Hopefully the team can recover quite well from their festive break, and I'm sure we'll see a good performance in there, of course. And then on to the end of the season. The last game of the season is actually going to be against Chesterfield, so a team who were right up there in the playoffs last season, you know, really competing. Unlucky not to go up in some respects. They did play quite well in the playoffs, but ultimately they did bail out. And we are going to be playing them on April the 29th away on the last day of the season at the Technique Stadium. So again, if you've got your hopes up for Maidstone winning the title on the last day of the season, get your prior planning in, make sure you've got your bets on, and you know, maybe we can just have our fingers crossed, you know, touch wood, Maidstone are going to win the league. But looking at some of the bigger away days, if you are interested, throughout the National League campaign, obviously I mentioned Wrexham on the 20th of August. We've got Gateshead, and that is going to be, well, 316 miles, about 5.5 hours drive there. So again, prior planning, September 3rd. Another big away day that we're going to have, of course, Notts County. I mean, huge club, Notts County, ex-league club, massive club. So October the 22nd for that one at Meadow Lane. I'll be there. Whether I'm commentating or not, I'm not sure, but I'll certainly be putting myself forward for it. Scunthorpe, another big away day, 214 miles, 4 hours away. That's going to be on November the 12th. Glanford Park, and then we're going to have Oldham Athletic, another huge league club, just come down. Who knows what to expect from Oldham. Obviously the situation they got their club is really poor at the moment. A lot of protesting, a lot of discontent from fans over the last season, and once you get to that stage of a football club, it really is a slippery slope. So, you know, that's going to be February the 18th at Boundary Park. Big away day there, 4.5 hours, 271 miles. So again, another one that might need some planning. Solihull Moors, 3 hours away, 165 miles, give or take. That's March the 4th. And then we're going to have Halifax Town at the Shay on April 15th. I will be there. I'll be staying with a good friend of mine who works with the media department, so hopefully I'm commentating that one. But Halifax, another team that is quite far away, 4.5 hours away, about 260 miles, give or take a few. So hopefully this video has kind of summarised what's to come in the next season for you. It's going to be a good little catalogue for you to just come back to, maybe have a little listen through, and have a little look at some of the planning that's going to be needed for those big away days, those big occasions, the start of the season, festive period, and of course at the end of the season. A little bit to add as well, if it does kind of come down to the end of the season, depending on, you know, what might dictate how Maidstone's season ends, like many seasons do, kind of go down to the last game. Our running at the end of the season is very tough on paper, at least, with the 3 teams we're playing in our last 3 games all being playoff teams from the National League last season. As I mentioned before, Halifax away on April the 15th. Going to be playing Notts County at home on the penultimate game of the season, April the 22nd. And of course, Chesterfield away on April the 29th for the last game of the season. So hopefully Maidstone have got their season wrapped up. Hopefully we've won the league by the time we get to those 3 games, of course. Then we won't have much to worry about those big run-ins. But again, if you did enjoy the video, do subscribe to the channel. There's going to be so much content coming in this next month. I'm really excited to bring it all to you before the season does kick off in a month's time. If you did enjoy the video, do click the like button below. Hopefully this short, you know, kind of sub 10-minute thing, just kind of detailing where we're going to be throughout the season, is going to be an effective method for you to help remember and come back to in the future. And if you have got any ideas for me to film new content in the coming weeks, then do leave a comment or a suggestion below, and I'll be more than happy to respond to you and get it on my list of stuff to look at in the coming weeks. So again, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.